Hey guys, MMA Fish Guy here. I'm doing another video on how to make money from your pond, so check it out. Hey guys, MMA Fish Guy here, coming at you with a video that was pretty successful last year, but I kind of want to come at you with some information that what works and what doesn't work for me, and kind of show you how to do it a little bit better, a little bit more thorough, what works and what doesn't for me. It may be a little bit different for you, but we'll see how it goes. So a lot of people want to know, I have a pond, I put a bunch of koi into it. It's great to look at, but I took it one step farther and said, you know what? I want this to be pretty, real nice to look at. And I love this pond. I've put a lot of work into it this year to make it what it is. And it's not the most perfect, what you'd see in HD TV, but I tell you what, I love just come out here and sit here and watch them and know that money's being made every single time I look at it. So let's go over the information that I want to get at you with. So goldfish. A lot of people put goldfish in it. You can breed goldfish if you get enough for the big guys, the more mature guys. But let's just be honest, it takes a couple of years for them to get big enough. You can do mass amounts of babies. But goldfish, for the most part, pond fish related wise, are only popular during certain parts of the season. They're not going to be real popular all the time unless you get into some of the specialties or anything like that. So let's just leave the goldfish for something cute to look at. And if they breed, great. And if you want to try to breed them, even better, but just keep in mind it's going to take a little bit longer for them to become sexually mature to breed. Next to be live bears. Now, I tried platies one year. They did okay. You end up selling them for like 5 to 10 cents a piece. You end up, by the time you pay for electric and everything like that, it's not even worth it. So, mollies, I tried those, just had real bad luck with the decrease and the increase in temperature of the water as the nights fell and the day rose. I ended up losing a lot of those guys, just didn't make it very well with those. Swordtails were the same as the platies. But when I came to the guppies, I was real hesitant. A lot of people say how delicate they are, but I gotta be honest, they're probably one of the most hardiest fish I've seen. I don't even really acclimate them into this. I just kind of plop and drop and let them be. Whoever survives, survives. I've had one guppy die out of the probably 30 I've put in here in the last month. And that was a few days later, so I'm thinking she was attacked by something. So, guppies make great things to breed. They're easy. I've counted probably about a good 30 to 40 babies in here already circulating around. Those guys in a 650-gallon pond will be ready to breed probably within a month and a half versus 3 to 5 months in an aquarium. It takes them usually to get to the right size and the right beauty and to really, get the size, especially for the females. So this year I kind of dove into cichlids. Now a lot of people are kind of, be careful, the temperature of the water, you're going to have some kind of fluctuation, they're not going to like it. Well, I decided to go a little bit hardier. I did the red devils, which are doing great. No breeding activity so much yet. So then I went with the convicts, and the convicts already, I have 2 pairs that have paired off within a week, and I just added probably about 5 more. So I think that brings me up to a grand total of maybe 9 or 10 convicts in here, and they're already doing the breeding dance and ritual. So that's what I'm working on this year. I'm also working on aquaponics. It's kind of hard to see. It looks like the holy styrofoam, the way it gives that shimmer off. I'm also doing some Java moss in the tank or the pond, and I also have some aquafern on the bottom, and that's why I'm trying to keep this crystal clear as possible. That way all that sunlight can get down to them as needed. So now that you're breeding the fish, who the heck do you sell them to? Your big chains aren't going to buy them. They have their big suppliers. So look for your local fish stores. I know I have 4 of them around me, and last year it was a little bit trial and error, but it ended up paying off. So here's what I did. Look in your stores for what I call the bread and butter fish. It's a fish that you see in every single pet store you go into. From neon tetras, guppies, cichlids, African cichlids, convicts, Jack Dempsey's, Texas cichlids, red devils. Look for the fish that everybody has, because then there's some kind of market. Now, I understand, well, if all the pet stores have them, then they have a supplier. Beat that supplier's price. If you can find out that your supplier is paying $1 per guppy, which may be a little high depending on the quality or anything like that, but the $1 is just, I'll just put it at that basic price to kind of make it easier for the math and everything like that. If you can bring them some quality 20 or 30 guppies that are worth $5 a piece and you charge them 50 to 75 cents a piece, they're going to buy from you in a heartbeat. They don't have to pay shipping, which jacks up the price. So even if they're paying $1 for fish, even if they just do it, just those fish, you're probably looking at $25 to $35 in shipping, which adds up fast, and that's what's going to make their overall profit really low. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to become a middleman, and you're going to make money for the pet store, and you're going to make money as well, because if they're making the money, you're making the money as well. So you sell it to them for 50 cents a piece. You're cutting out the shipping, packaging, and anything else for die-off or anything like that. Even if you say, I'll sell you, 50 of them for the $25, and then you throw in like an extra 5 or 10. Yeah, you're making, you may be losing some money, but you're really not. You figure if you can keep a constant supply, and you figure if you have like 100 guppies in a pond like this, you're going to have hundreds of babies each month. So if you're selling 50 to each pet store, 3 of them, 4 of them, that could be a potential $100 a month, if not sooner. You make more money, because if they're selling some really good quality guppies, they're going to sell a lot quicker. They're going to be calling you back, and then you can kind of tap into different avenues. You could do aquatic plants. You could do bullfrogs, apparently. You can do the convict, stuff like that. Now, are you going to make a lot of money with this? No. But you're going to pay your bills for the pond, for the electric. You're going to pay your bills for the food. Even if you get store credit for some of it, you're going to pay for your food, get more fish to kind of introduce new bloodlines so there's not so much interbreeding, and just kind of go from there. I mean, basically the sky's the limit for this if you really want to make the money from it. And like I said, you just look at this as a hobby, and you can still make money off it. That's awesome. Now, like I said, I'm going into aquaponics this year, and I got to look into all the different details and stuff like that, but I'm going to try growing my own spinach, my own lettuce, tomatoes. I want to just really do the leafy greens this year to see what I can do, because you can sell that as well, especially if you're doing aquaponics. You can't technically, or even hydroponics, you can't technically label it organic, but if you're using all the right stuff, you can say it's organic. And that does get a little bit better of a price tag. There's a lot of different stories out there. One guy actually here locally near me does it, and he sells heads of lettuce. Now he goes to the farmer's market. A head of lettuce is going to go for probably $3-4 for an organic head of lettuce at the grocery store. He goes to the farmer's market and sells them for $2 a piece. Now he's growing 60 to 100 at a time. So even at $2 a piece, that's $120 to $200 a week that he's making just off this. Now, you figure if you jack up the production, you could actually supplement your income with selling lettuce. I know that sounds really weird, but everybody's always eating vegetables. Oh, there's a red devil. Everybody's always eating vegetables, so it's another avenue. Some people actually hook up some kind of generator system so that the water flow is creating its own energy, or some kind of solar on these, so that way you're not paying anything for the actual electric on the pond. You're just running off sunlight. So I'm going to cut this video now. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to go over what works and what doesn't. Like I said, pick your bread and butters. Breed your guppies. Breed your, convicts, breed your Dempseys. You're not going to be able to compete with the show quality guppies that some of these guys sell, but you're going to be able to compete with the price at, 50 cents a piece or even 25 cents a piece. It pays for what you're doing. And I don't know many other hobbies that can really do that, besides, if you're breeding them. But this, it does it itself. So you really can't beat that. So I hope that helps. If you have any more information, I'm going to probably get into a little bit more detail in some of the later videos on this, and exactly how I do it, what the pitch I do to the pet stores to sell these things, and kind of go from there. And I'll keep you updated on all the breeding behaviors, which I literally just dropped 5 of them in, and 2 of them are already pairing up. That's sweet. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Check out my website, mafishguy.com. It's relaunched, revamped, and reworked, so check it out.